Day 1, Hour 0. If anyone finds this recording, my name is Elias Thorne. I am, or I was, a beta tester for a new streaming platform called Nebula Live. They pitched it to me as the future of total immersion, zero latency, perfect 8K clarity. But the real hook, the thing that got them the investors, was the location testing. They wanted to prove their signal could penetrate absolutely anything. So, here I am, 200 feet underground, in a decommissioned Cold War bunker somewhere in the Nevada desert. There is no cell service down here, no sunlight, just me, a diesel generator, a week's worth of military rations, and a single fiber optic cable drilled through solid rock that connects my laptop to the outside world. The challenge was simple. Stream for 72 hours straight, keep the audience engaged, don't leave the room. The payout is $50,000. Easy money, right? That's what I thought 3 days ago. I was arrogant. I looked at the heavy steel door and thought it was there to keep people out. I didn't stop to think that maybe, just maybe, it was built to keep something else in. Let me tell you about the first 12 hours. It was boring. Standard stuff. The Nebula interface was slick, too slick. The video feed of myself on the monitor was so clear it looked like a mirror. Around the 14th hour, I noticed the first glitch. I was telling a story about my childhood dog. I laughed at my own joke. On the screen, my reflection laughed too, but it stopped laughing a split second before I did. I know how latency works. Usually the stream is behind reality. But this was the opposite. The digital me seemed to anticipate my movement. It settled into a neutral expression while I was still smiling in real life. I rubbed my eyes. I told myself it was just a processing error. But deep down, I felt the first drop of cold sweat running down my back. Hour 20. The viewer count spiked. It went from 300 to 12,000 in the span of 10 minutes. The chat was wrong. Usually it moves fast. This was different. The messages were scrolling slowly, in perfect synchronization, and they weren't random. One user wrote, "It's quiet." Another wrote, "He doesn't see it yet." And a third one simply said, "Turn around, Elias." I felt a cold prickle on the back of my neck. I spun around in my chair. Behind me, nothing, just the heavy steel door. "Very funny, guys," I said to the camera, trying to keep my voice steady. Then a donation popped up, a super chat, $500. The message read, "We aren't watching the stream, Elias. We are watching the room." I tried to ban the user. That's when I realized my mouse wasn't working. The cursor was frozen. But on the video feed, my eyes were tracking movement that I wasn't seeing. On the screen, the digital Elias looked up, past the camera, toward the dark corner of the ceiling. In reality, I was staring at the screen, but on the screen, I was staring at the corner. I slowly turned my head to look at that corner in the real room. Just shadows, pipes, condensation dripping. Hour 30. I tried to shut it down. I yanked the power cord. The battery should have drained, but it stayed at 100%. I panicked. I crawled under the desk to find the fiber optic cable. I found the thick black wire, grabbed it, and pulled. It came loose easily. Too easily. I held the end of the cable in my trembling hand. It was severed, cleanly cut. The copper wire inside was oxidized, green with age. This cable hadn't been connected to anything for years. I scrambled back to the chair, hyperventilating. The stream was still live. The viewer count, 100,000. "How?" I whispered. "How are you watching this if I'm not online?" The chat stopped scrolling. It froze on a single message. "We aren't using the internet, Elias." That's when the audio changed. Underneath my breath, I heard a second sound, It was wet, rhythmic, like someone chewing. Smack, smack, smack. I looked at the screen. The digital Elias wasn't looking at the camera anymore. He was looking at me. He was weeping black tears. He held up a piece of paper. The handwriting was mine, but shaky. It said, "Don't look at the ceiling." Hour 45. I am hiding under the desk. The viewer count is at 1 million. But they aren't viewers. I analyzed the code. It's a thermal sensor counter. It detects biological heat signatures. There are 1 million things in this bunker with me. They're small. I can hear them now, shuffling like dry leaves blowing over concrete. I peeked at the screen. The chair on the screen is empty, but I'm still sitting here, unless the stream shows the future, and in the future, the chair is empty. Hour 48. The door is locked. The chat is moving again. Just one word repeated over and over. Open, open, open. I looked at the feed one last time. The camera angle had changed. It was looking down, from the ceiling, looking at me under the desk. But there is no camera on the ceiling. I looked up. I told myself not to, but I had to know. The ceiling, it wasn't concrete. It was moving. A shifting mass of black shapes, thousands of eyes. Wet, unblinking eyes embedded in a dark sludge covering the roof. They weren't ghosts. They were the audience. And now, they are descending. The laptop battery is dying, 2%. The screen shows the room empty, clean, no desk, no me. Wait, a new message from me. Elias Thorne. Thanks for watching. Stream offline.